That one's a blast to play live too. Really like it.
Yeah, me too.
I can imagine that. I mean, that was the other question I had. Is obviously there's only two of you, so how do you arrange a live show? Because presumably you've got loads of different things going on, and I know guitarists, tap dance around with pedals and stuff. But how do you? What's your kind of live setup? How do you go about tackling that part of it?
It's a lot of automation. So we run Ableton Live, and we've got samples and backing tracks and all of our synths basically set up to change and do a lot of the mechanical stuff on their own, so we don't have to be pressing all of those buttons. And then we just have to focus on what notes we're actually playing, and that we're hitting the right parts, and we're keeping up with the backing track and not going off time and things like that.
Yeah.
Cool. And that must be quite challenging, is it, in the heat of the moment?
It's not.
I find it challenging in the way, like we've played in bands that weren't all automated, and you can kind of, if a mistake happens, you can kind of go with the flow, and you can make eye contact and adjust, but it's a little different when everything's automated. You really have to be on it.
Well, that's what I mean, yeah, because, if I mess something up or someone else messes something up, we kind of cover each other, and, if the drummer misses a fill, we kind of look at each other and smirk and hope no one notices. There's kind of less room for error if it's all going on regardless of what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? It must be. I would find that really hard.
Yeah.
Well, so far it hasn't been too bad. It's a lot of prep work getting it all set up properly. But it's kind of untested. We haven't actually played a live show with this band yet. We're rehearsing here in our studio for live performances, but we haven't taken this out yet.
Okay.
So we'll find out soon.
Fair play. Well, yeah, I mean, by live, I guess, rehearsing is live, isn't it? It's the same thing ultimately. It's just when you put a stage and some people in front, the only thing that changes for me is you get more nervous before you go on. Whereas in a band practice, you're not, are you? So, but it's the same. It's the same process in terms of rehearsing it, which is kind of cool. Bonesy?
Wow. Well, you just took care of a good chunk of time right there. Thanks for that. That's the first time I actually sat back and had to listen, and that's not a bad thing either, so that's a good thing. So, Mike, you covered quite a bit. So what I'm going to suggest
Sorry,
is...
I'm fascinated, so I'm just...
Oh, no. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing at all. So I'm going to suggest we get into our next song by a band from Brooklyn, New York called Kodachrome. The song's called Oh You Two. Dig this.
Oh, you two hardly amused by your taste to the things you choose. Such a plain pair of fools. to look at you, not you too. Such a plain pair of fools. Oh, you too. Not you too. And you must derive some pleasure, assigning way to your conjecture that there must be something missing. You've convinced me, you've convinced me too, and you must derive some pleasure, assigning way to your conjecture that there must be something missing. You've convinced me, you've convinced me
Kodachrome with Oh You Too. They're from Brooklyn, New York. This is their latest single. Great tune. I've interviewed them a few times, and Alyssa has a fantastic voice. Always love hearing her change her vocals and change her tonality up. Really cool. Mike?
Yeah, man, it's such a eerie, trippy tune, isn't it? And it kind of sucks you in. And actually, I noticed on the Hands of Blue website, it talks about Portishead as an influence, and we talk about them a lot because there's so many bands coming up now that have that kind of vocal thing going on. It's really great to hear because they were such a good band, and we just didn't hear anything for years. It was anything like it. And again, she's got that kind of vibe to it. I think Kodachrome are excellent, and we've played loads of their tracks, and just they kind of blow your mind every time. So yeah, really really cool. Love that tune.
Guys?
I thought it was beautiful and haunting, and the music reminded me of Bjork, and the vocals kind of like Phantogram.
Yeah, that was it's the kind of song you can have sex to. It's just it just oozes that type of, I don't know, that aura. I really like it.
Well, guys, what do you have planned for Hands of Blue next? What's your next goal here?
I think the next goal really is to figure out exactly how we're going to release the album. We got approached by one small record label so far. I don't know if we're going to try to shop around for that or do a crowdfunding thing or just try to push it out completely DIY. We got to have a discussion about that and figure it out.
Now, will you guys be doing live gigs at all, or is that in the future, or is it just completely studio?
We're working toward live gigs as well.
Yeah, we're hoping to play out in the next couple months, hopefully. Just got to get our whole set together, the live show, lights, all that stuff.
I was gonna say, well, setting up for that, how would that be different from let's see, our normal band setup? What do you guys have to do actually that will help influence the sound?
Well, actually, I've run most of the sound from the stage. We have a digital mixer, and a lot of it goes through Ableton, like we talked about before. So most of that's taken care of, and they just need to turn the volume up and pump it through the house speakers.
Yeah, Ender does a lot of the legwork. Makes it easy for the sound guys.
Right on.
If I mess with the electronics, things will break.
Do you get that curse about you, or it just kind of follows you around when you do electronic stuff?
I just stand there and look pretty while he sets stuff up. And try not to break anything.
Right on. Get up there, just don't touch anything at all.
Don't touch it.
Oh man. You know, that kills me, because I mean it's so funny, because you guys obviously, I mean, your bio is short, but that's not a problem. But hearing this much more about you just makes it so much more interesting to see how the band functions and works, because the fact that you guys get along and joke around so well, it makes things a lot easier, I'm assuming, for creation and just organization in general.
Yeah, we're actually both really methodical, organized people. We have lots of lists, and we actually have a graph on our wall of where all of our songs are and what needs to be done with them. And I don't know, I don't think it would work as well if both of us weren't on the same page like that, and kind of wired that way.
Yeah, very communicative, and try to work together and just meet each other in the middle, I guess. So nobody gets their way all the time. We try to figure out what's best for the band.
So, yeah, so say that you have butt heads once in a while?
Yeah, once in a while. It's kind of
Nothing
rare,
too
though.
major. Yeah.
Well, you know,
We don't throw anything at each other.
well, no, I didn't mean to that extreme. But
Always makes me think of that episode of The Simpsons from a long time ago when Milhouse and Bart were in the band, and Bart's all like drugged out and throwing a beer bottle at him.
Yeah.
Like, it used to be about the music, man.
Slag off. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember?
Oh man, of course I remember that one. Yeah. Cool. What do you guys do down there? I can't hear myself think. I want peanuts. That's better. Yeah, man. I know that stuff backwards and forwards. It's kind of sad, but it's funny at the same time too. So, right on. So, Mike, you got some more questions, buddy?
No, not at the moment. No, I got a chance to sit back and listen, and you're right. It's fascinating. It's really engaging listening to these guys. Now let's play another track.
Well,
Right on. So next up, we're gonna get to Meter Bridge, who's from not Vancouver, but in the province of British Columbia. This is Meter Bridge with Frozen. Dig this.
I stumbled in the water. 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 I tried to retrieve